Today is a big day because Noah, my son, the Lego genius, and I'll show you some of his recent builds that'll blow you away here in a few minutes. But today is a special day because Noah has been waiting since Christmas Day to build the one and only Master Yoda Lego set, as you can see right here in all his glory. Before we do that though, Noah, is everything all right? Anything wrong here before we get started?
Yes.
Oh?
The music.
The music? What's wrong with the music?
The music is from Back to the Future. We're building a Star Wars Lego.
Oh, and I'm wearing a Back to the Future inspired shirt with Mayor Goldie Wilson. You have the right shirt on. Hold that thought, folks. We will be right back. Okay, good call. Wrong song, wrong shirt. We are back. I have my Star Wars Galaxy's Edge shirt from Disney's Hollywood Studios. Noah still has his Star Wars shirt on because he knew what he was doing the whole time. And now we are ready to build Master Yoda. Pull him on over here, Noah. Let's take a look. Some of the details here. Okay, Noah, here's our mission. What are we building?
We are building Yoda.
How many pieces does it come with?
1,771 pieces.
1,771 pieces? How many steps does that take?
541.
How many bags are in this box?
13.
13 bags, 500 plus process steps. And how many pieces did we say this was? Over 1,770 pieces? Well, we better get started. And I guess at this point, there's only one thing left to say as we do. May the Force be with us both. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Noah's going to unbox this here in a second. And then we are going to do a little time-lapse video. This may take us a week, but you guys won't know that. The time-lapse video will only be a couple minutes. And then we'll come back at the very end of the build. Noah will then walk you through the finished product and show you all the features of Master Yoda once he's out of the box, unbagged, and completely put together. Here's what he will look like once we get to it. So we might as well get to it right now. Let's unbox Mr. Yoda, Master Yoda. Noah, give it a shot. Pum, 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 pum. Whoa. There we go. There we go. As I said, as Noah's doing this, I'll throw some images on the screen here once I edit this video later to show you some of the more recent Lego builds that Noah has mastered
Instruction booklet.
since Christmas time, including a Statue of Liberty set that I think was for 16-year-olds and above. More Star Wars Legos that he built, including Boba Fett helmet. He built a Jedi helmet. Actually, Noah's gonna go get those right now. So as he goes and gets those, I'll start leafing through this real quick, and then we'll start the actual build with the time-lapse video. But I will say that Noah, at 9 years old, has become quite the Lego master.
Here's Statue of Liberty.
The Jedi Master that Yoda is. Statue of Liberty, again, this one here is part of the Lego's architecture series. So they've made these really realistic architectural pieces. They have a White House that will be on our must-buy list soon. Noah's already built the city skyline for Las Vegas and for San Francisco and Paris. He mastered those in like 2 days. This is the most recent one. This is another one that he got for Christmas here back in December. This is part of the helmet series. Go get your Jedi one real quick. This is Boba Fett, of course, from the first trilogy, Boba Fett. I like these. These are the again, the helmets. He's also got an Iron Man one too, which we don't need to show you, but we can in pictures. This is probably my favorite one. Again, I believe the box said suited for 16-year-olds and above. Noah was 8 at the time that he did that one. He did that one last fall. This is a Stormtrooper mask. Comes with like a nice stand. You can see the details on these things. If the Stormtrooper mask is any indication, the detail and the features on Yoda are going to blow you away, and we cannot wait to get started on that, so we will. Meantime, Noah, good job as always on these. Can't wait to see what Yoda looks like, and one of these days, one of my weekend projects is going to be building you a shelf in your room to display all these things. All right, so we're going to unbag bag one, take all the pieces out, start the time-lapse build, and we'll be back at the very end to show you the finished product. Bye. Okay, that is the only time-lapse video we did. We stopped after bag one, and there's a funny reason why, which you're about to find out right now. Okay, hello everybody, we are back now. Due to the magic of editing, I could say this is the day after you saw the beginning intro clip where we were messing around with the Back to the Future stuff. But I'll be honest with you, I have no reason not to. It's kind of funny. It's now June 18th. Probably post this video in the next couple of days, but either way, it's the end of June. We filmed the first part on Saturday, February 6th. And the reason I know that is because the next day was the Super Bowl, which was February 7th. And Noah actually finished the Yoda build on the day of the Super Bowl. And it was hilarious because, as you might remember me saying, when we were talking in the intro part of the video, I said, well, this will probably take us a week or so. And so Noah was like rolling right along. He probably could have finished it that Saturday, but he would stop after like every bag. And he'd be like, all right, Dad, I'm just going to stop for the night. And, so I want you to, don't be embarrassed. I want you to build this with me. And I know you're busy right now doing other stuff. So, I'll save a couple bags for you. I'm like, hey, that sounds great. No, thanks. And then every once in a while, he would tiptoe back into the family or into the dining room. And I could hear crinkly bags being opened. And I would say, no, what are you doing in there? He's like, just one more bag. And then that happened basically throughout the weekend. And so by Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, when the Super Bowl was getting ready to start, Noah was looking at me, and I could see the look in his eyes, and I said, Noah, do you just want to go ahead and finish building Yoda yourself right now? And he got this big smile. I was like, yeah, so he did. So he completed this in a day and a half. We never got around to filming the finale, but here we are. Doesn't matter. We're here now. I am wearing, by the way, my Star Wars Dark Side Half Marathon t-shirt that I picked up in Walt Disney World. And for those of you who are scratching your head saying, did you really do the Dark Side Half Marathon or any half marathon at all for that matter? Yes, it did. And here's the medal, the Disney medals. That was the only reason they ever really do these things. And this was the first one that they did, the Dark Side, the inaugural half marathon back in 2016. So it was a number of years ago. Anyway, we are here now and ready to roll her on over. Noah, drum roll, Master Yoda. It's funny because I went back and watched the intro part of the video last night, and I said something along the lines of, this is going to blow you away once you see it, and I was blown away. Like I said, Noah finished it within a day. Probably could have done it within a couple hours if I let him have at it without him feeling guilty about doing it without me. But this is, it's just absolutely incredible. Noah, why don't you just talk about your favorite parts and share a little bit about your favorite memories building Yoda and what you like most about this particular guy here. I like the green saber. That to me is like the coolest feature. What do you think, bud?
Me too.
Yeah? Do you remember doing that though, about coming in every few minutes saying, Dad, I'm going to save a bag for you? What gets you so inspired to build these things? What do you like best about building Legos?
Having fun.
Having fun, but what does it? It must do something for you creatively because you focus like all your attention at it.
I just don't want to mess up the Lego.
You just don't want to mess it up, so you just commit to it and you get determined to finish. Cool. All right, that's a good answer. And it's amazing to watch you do it. So this one here kind of turns his head. I mean, look at this. I mean, we will show you pictures in a few seconds of Noah holding it the day he proudly finished it. But this one is cool. Like I said, some of these ones are designed to play with. I can't imagine wanting to play with this one because they're very fragile, which is one of the things. And I also talked about in that last video, which again was now 6 months ago or whatever. 5 months, 4 or 5 months, building a shelf for Noah. We've started to do that a little bit, so he's got some of his Legos on display, but we'll continue to do that. So this is Master Yoda, completed in February of 2021. but filming this finale here in June of 2021. And we'll be putting this up online here in a couple days. But as you can see, another sensational master build for Master Yoda by Master Noah. Noah, any closing thoughts about this one? What are you excited to build next? What's next on the list for you? Your birthday's coming up here in a couple months. You got a few things on your mind?
I want the Darth Vader helmet.
The Darth Vader helmet. So you saw in the intro again the Stormtrooper helmet. Now there's a Darth Vader one that's really cool. What else? Isn't there like the baby Yoda?
I want an Infinity Gauntlet.
The Infinity Gauntlet.
And I want the Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. I think you can master all those. It's fun to watch him put these together. I don't think you've done any other Legos as big as this one since you built this one, have you?
Actually, loaded.
I showed that one. I'm trying to think if there's any that I didn't show in the last video. You did that one right before this.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett you did too. I guess you really haven't done a big set. You've done a couple small sets, but I was just trying to think if there's any other.
Cinderella Castle.
That one's too fragile to bring over, but I'll show pictures of it. And you also did a couple. What about the mini Yoda?
I can just bring my phone over there.
Bring the phone over to the castle. Go ahead and do it. Okay, so this is what Noah wanted us to walk over here and show you. We did a video for this last summer for 4th of July, but he's right in the sense that we never showed the finished product. We focused on the build and then the fireworks display. But Noah took the lion's share of this one too, building this one last summer, and it stayed intact, believe it or not, over in this corner of our living room. Noah, just share some of the features here. I mean, this thing is incredible.
So this can actually come off very easily, so you gotta be careful.
Right, that comes off easily, but it makes it easier to transport, but you're also right that it makes it easier for it to fall apart when it's just sitting there too. Still a stitch at the top of the castle there. It's kind of funny.
And here's some of the minifigures.
Daisy and Donald.
And you can't forget Mickey and Minnie.
We cannot forget Mickey and Minnie. This is a really cool one, and we had a lot of fun with it last 4th of July. And again, since it's already the middle of June, we'll probably do it again this summer, even though Disney World's reopened again. We've been a couple times, actually. Maybe we'll do the fireworks display again here, since, as we said in the video last year, it beats the traffic, and it beats doing it and competing with all those people trying to get on the monorail at 11 o'clock at night. All right, let's head back over to the table, finish up the Yoda video, and we'll see you guys. Okay, we are back to wrap this one up. Noah's hugging his Master Yoda. I mean, it was honestly the most adorable thing. Sorry, not adorable. Coolest thing to watch him just go to town on that thing for 6 or 7 hours throughout the course of that weekend and knocking it out. And I'll put a picture up here on the screen of the day he finished it, and he was so proud. He felt like Tom Brady winning his 7th Super Bowl, which again is the day that happened. Real quick though, before we close this one out, I mentioned at the intro again some of the city skylines that Noah has done by himself, as he wanted me to point out. Noah, what was this one? Do you remember this city?
San Francisco.
San Francisco, made famous by the Golden Gate Bridge there. And then this one, again, is another famous city skyline, part of the architecture series, which probably doesn't need any introduction based on what that thing is right there. Noah, what is this city?
Paris.
Paris, the Eiffel Tower, another one Noah built by himself. It's amazing as a father to watch Noah just continue to excel at doing this, but it's also fun because I'm a big kid myself, so I like to have fun with him, either whether I'm building with him or just watching him do it and getting to appreciate the finished products with him. It's been a blast, and so we'll do this again. Like Noah pointed out, he's got a couple already on the radar for his birthday in October, but we'll see if we can get a couple more sets in between now and then. All right, some surprises for you for finishing up 3rd grade, made the honor roll, and so maybe a little finished school present Lego set will be in your future. Hope you guys are having a great summer so far, and we will see you next time. Bum, 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 bada, bum, bum, bum. I'm doing Back to the Future again. See ya.